With the first principle of Hermetic principles being all is mental, I was given a thought. And so because all is mental, right? And so our perception is the most important part when it comes to mentalism. How we view things, how we deal with challenges, how we perceive things, how we digest information, how we digest different circumstances, how we overcome or not, right? And so I was thinking about the things that add up to that. And with me, a lot of my healing came from me detaching. And when I say detaching, I mean like detaching from all that no longer serves me. Really going within. And by going within, I mean minding my own business. So I wasn't worried about what was going on the TV. I wasn't worried about what the news was saying. I wasn't worried about what people would say about me, the opinions of others. I wasn't worried about who liked me or who didn't like me or who understood the journey that I was going into. I didn't care to be understood or to be validated because I was trying to heal. I choose mind over money any day. And so I say this because usually the material things is what people go for. And so I don't have a problem with money. I want money. I'm going to get some money. But I need my mind first. And I've been like that all my life. The reason being that I have gone through so many struggles that it is for me not to have my mind, but it's through the grace of God that I do have my mind and that I'm here and I'm able to teach about things. And so I choose my mind over money any day. I could literally be struggling with money and I will choose to meditate. As a matter of fact, I do that all the time. Okay, let's go back to the all is mind, right? And so I had to detach. And I had to detach from the programming. I had to detach from the titles, mother, father, brother, cousin. I had to meditate and detach from all of it because it was creating more problems for me than what it was fulfilling me. As a matter of fact, after I detached, I realized that indeed it was necessary. I needed it. It was a means to save my life, in reality, and I was led and guided to detach from these people, the mother, the father, the brother, all of it, all of what society says we need. I had to detach from it. Even with employment, I had to detach from it because I needed my mind, right? And so, because the all is mind, we want to look at what we're looking at and what we're putting into our mind. And so the world, the way the society is set up, the way that government is set up, the way that television is set up, the way that the food industry is set up, the way that entertainment is set up, if you analyze it and you look at it and you look at it with spiritual eyes, you'll come to the understanding that is set up to play against you. If you look at what's going on in Hollywood, if you go what's going on in entertainment, everything that is on there, about 99% of it are things to keep you off track. It's making you value what doesn't matter, what doesn't have value. It's making you want to pursue things that don't add up to anything later on. Things that give you instant gratification, for example. And it's making you look at the outward experience. You know, like I could get really pretty. I could get my braids done. I could get my hair straight. I could put my wig on. I could put my nails on. I could put makeup on. I could like take. I could do it. I could pull off any type of look. I even look good with this sweater on. I'm just saying. But I could do it. I could pull off any type of look that I want. That doesn't give me purpose. That doesn't, now I'm not saying like, and like, the impression matters, how we look matters. It does. It does. It does. It definitely does. I get more views when I put makeup on, and when I am showing a little bit more. I get more views, but this is the thing. I'm not here for views. This is going to get to the people that it needs to get to, right? I work for the Most High God, Creator, Source, and when my time comes, my time will come. But I'm not here for views. I'm here to bring awareness into certain things, right? And to serve the Most High God. And He has me out here just sharing on different type of things, like a whole bunch of information every day. I'm not gonna complain. We're going back. We're going to focus. So if we look at what surrounds us, right, even with food, because all is one, right? We need to have our mind straight, right? And we need to basically clear out the catch. Understand that everything is from within, that we must heal, so that, and that healing is going to manifest into our physical vessel, the same way that if we choose to not heal and we choose to stay in our lower realms, which is like the pain, the regrets, the resentment, the hurt, all of that, the betrayals, the addictions, the gluttony, the greed, the envy, the jealousy, if we choose to stay in those realms, then our body is going to reflect that. How with illnesses, right? Mental illnesses. You're going to physically see, like when I was in active addiction, you could see, like you could tell, like when I would relapse, that my light will start dimming. It'll start dimming. You could tell that I was going back into those certain patterns, right? And so the same thing when we choose to operate from those lower realms. We don't need to go to a physical space of hell. Sometimes we create it, or we choose to reside in there in our minds, right? And so with that understanding, we can also see how, like, the things that we put into our bodies affect us. What we're consuming, what foods are we eating? Is it really helping us? Are those foods for our benefit? What is in that food? What is it that we're consuming, right? And so we start with one thing at a time, like with addictions, we do one day at a time, right? The same thing when it comes to this is basically detaching. It's literally detaching from everything that no longer serves us. That'll be people, places, things, food, right? Because I'll give you like the example of fast food, right? We're flooded with fast food. Everywhere you go, there's a McDonald's, there's a Wendy's, there's a Burger King, Popeyes. There's like, just for you to just have the convenience of getting it at the gas station, all you find is junk food, right? There's not real food that actually helps the body, gives nutrition to the body, aids the body in the healing journey, in the growth journey. It doesn't do that, right? And so because we're running all the time. Like sometimes our kids want something, and what do we give them? Whatever's nearby, right? And I say that for me because I've done it myself. And I'm still working on that, like this is not perfection. I'm still working on that. There are things I'm working on. I'm working on that. So I just want to bring awareness as to how, like, the little simple things, like the little details. Because we are not awoken to what's happening here, we're not able to see the bigger picture. And so then we have so many diseases, so many illnesses. But we're not taking the time to stop and reflect and find the reason why and do something about it. And so I'm going to come back later with a part 2, and then I'll have my hair done, and so when I come back, okay?